Welcome, Gemini. I'm so glad you are here because this is not random that you are actually watching this video. There is something coming to you in May, and I have to say that that feels kind of unexpected. It's something that you haven't planned, but it may be exactly what you need right now. So stay with me and let's have a look what we can find out for you for the month of May in 2026. My name is Orshi and I'm doing intuitive reading for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get two cards for you first. I am turning into your energy now. Things feel active, like something is moving, shifting, changing, and it's quick. And you are trying to make sense of it. So that's how it feels. So let's get the first two cards of the reading. Oh, wow. Okay. So these two cards are representing the overall energy for me, for you, Gemini. And the first card is the main energy card, and the second one is the supportive energy card. So let's have a look first. Now, what I see here is that you are kind of misled in how you see things, and it can be you. So you kind of your perception is giving you a different view than the situation is in the reality, or somebody is misleading you by giving you false information or not full information, and you are um, you kind of feel restricted by this. So that's the main energy. And the supportive energy tells me that you are kind of restricted by your thoughts. So, whatever information you are perceiving in May, it kind of gives you those thoughts which are confusing you. And it is really hard to see the true picture when you are having these confusing thoughts and emotions which are coming with the thoughts. So, we are here to clear the air, to clear the picture. So that's really good that you came here. And right now, how it feels, your energy, that you are kind of ready to move forward. Um, you are in a kind of transition, but it's gonna happen kind of like one step at a time and then step by step. Things are moving faster though than you expected. Okay. Oops. There is something that catches you off the guard, and I feel like some of you, Gemini, you didn't actually see this coming. You didn't expected this to come. And let's turn it around. So the next part of the reading is the sixth card spread. And they will represent different parts of your life, different areas of your life. Wow, this is really good indeed. Okay, so let's have a look. So the first card represents your love life in May 2026, Gemini. And what I can see is a kind of not in order, shall we say. There's kind of the sensation I'm getting in here that it's not in order. It just came to me. The word is a kind of a mess. I'm not saying that you don't have a good relationship, a good love relationship. What I'm saying that the way how you handle it is a kind of messy. So you could do a lot better job with that. Um, so it also takes your attention away from other things in your life because you have to deal with um, things from your love life, how you arranged it time to time. So it pulls you away from other things which are also important in your life. So what I can suggest that you are kind of making a decision with yourself that you clear out those things which are unnecessary, which are complicating. Yes, that's the word, complicating your relationship. And it mainly comes from actions, as I feel, that you do things which may be creating this kind of messy feeling. So just cut it clean and just, get rid of those actions which are messing your relationship. The next card represents your career and finance. And this is a very good card. The sensation I'm getting in here is kind of you are quite good in May. You are quite good to, balance out your actions and the situations in your career and finance in May. So that's a very, very good skill to use. So I encourage you to use it. You're quite diplomatic in a way where you can actually turn situations around and put them back in balance. So that's a very good skill of you, and you need to use it in May. The next card is about health and energy. And what just came to me right now when I looked at this card in this position for you, Gemini, is don't play. Don't play with your energy. Don't kind of trial it out how far you can go with your energies because you can actually trip over on that one. So, of course, make sure that you are portioning out your energies evenly in your life in the different levels and different areas, but just don't try to overdo it because it can hit you back easily. The next card represents your personal growth, and here is the message for you from this card is that um, when you are having a situation or a task in May where you you are struggling a little bit to figure out how to get to the solution or how to get to the outcome which is favorable for you or for whoever um, whoever needs it to be done. You just need to kind of review it, and you as a person with all your experience you have, you become a professional in on that level, on that area which you are Sometimes you have to pull in your actually your learned um, studied skills and your knowledge, which comes with working, in different places and different areas. And you need to pull it in when you are reviewing those issues, those situations, those problems. And that will give you an insight where you can develop a new skill for the future for yourself. And it might sound a little bit confusing that what do I mean by that? So I try to just kind of simplify it. So what I meant by saying this is that you might need to pull in your previous experience of life, all levels, all areas, and your professionalism to sort out the situation. Because by doing this, it will produce, this action will produce a new skill for you. You will recognize something, you will realize something during this process that you can use this skill in other areas of your life. For example, you have a personal issue, then you sit down and start thinking about, okay, how can I make this situation better? And then thinking about what you have done in the past, not in life, not in love life, but in other areas of your life. And then you say, okay, um, I have been in similar situation, like 10 years ago with somebody. Now I'm going to pull this experience and try it on my love life. And then it works. So then you realize, well, actually, I can do this with other areas of my life. So then therefore, you developed a new skill. So that's your personal growth. This is a very interesting thing for you, Gemini, because we are always evolving. We are always learning something new. And it's one thing to learn something and another thing to use what you learned um, in your life in like different areas. It's not always the same areas. It's just kind of like trying out if it works situation, and that will be a very good month for you in May to do these kind of things, and it will help you to grow personally. So the next card will be the challenge card. And I feel that yeah, kind of overthinking things. You are kind of like separating yourself, and then sometimes you feel that you have to just go on your own way and make your own decision without involving others. So it's kind of like a single decision making rather than taking into consideration that there are others around you as well, and it might be worth to kind of involve them when you are deciding about something. It doesn't mean that you have to always involve everybody, but sometimes you get a better outcome when you are listening to your surrounding, let's say, because you are still the one making the decision at the end of the day. It's just you are taking into consideration other factors as well around you, which those factors are actually related to the situation or to the decision making you are about to do. And just don't overthink it. Just make it kind of like natural um, procedure. So that's your challenge. And then the last card is your blessing card. You have a very great connection with others, and you could use these connections around you. And I'm talking about any area of your life. It's not just work or it's not just love life. I'm talking in general. So in generally, you create connections very naturally, very easily if you want to. And these connections are very valuable because you can use these connections to create something very, very good. And your blessing is that you have this skill. You just need to use it. And then the main message here with these cards is that this feels like, I think so for you, then something starting to become clear. And it will change how you think about the situation. It will change your perception to the situation. And once that shift happens, everything starts moving differently. And that's the key point, that this changes the way you see everything, and it will change the outcome as well because your perception has changed. So that's really, really an interesting and exciting month for you. Oops, sorry, Gemini. And then we come to the last part of the reading. And this last part has two cards in the spread, and it's the advice card. And the first card is going to be, which is here, is the what to embrace. And the second one is going to be what to release. So let's see if we can get here. We go. Okay, so that's very, very interesting. These two cards, yeah, something like that. Okay. So the guidance is in here. Let's have a look at this. So this is what you have to embrace. That card represents it. So what I can feel in here, that it is very good for you, Gemini, because that means to me that you can actually separate yourself from the situation. So, as I said before, when we are in a situation, it's very, very hard to see the true picture, what's going on, what's happening, why things happen in this way or that way. But you are able to separate yourself from the situation so you can see it as an outsider. And that gives you an advantage of seeing the clear picture. And that's what you need to embrace. And the second card represents what to release. So again, it just came to me right now, the energy saying, don't overthink, don't overcomplicate things, because then it gives you a false perception if you are allowing your thoughts, your emotions to cloud your mind. So try not to um, overthink anything when you are dealing with situations and issues. So the guidance here is to trust your first instinct, and because your intuition is sharper than you think right now in this month. And then you don't need all the answers before you make a move. So um, that's what it says to me. It opens a new path for you, and but it's a different on a different way than you expected it. But it's an interesting, very interesting way though. So it might be exactly what you have been looking for. So it will lead you somewhere where you didn't actually think you are gonna go. So May is going to be about movement, clarity, and seeing things from a new perspective. Don't overthink it, just stay open and see what is coming at you and just accept it and work with it. So that was the reading for you, Gemini, and I see you in the next reading. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.